Hi Kay, how are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's really lovely to see you here in this lovely event today.
Thank you. It's an amazing event being put on by a group of amazing rangatahi. I can't imagine how much work has had to go into pulling this together.
Yes, lovely. I just want you to introduce yourself the way you like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, kia ora. I'm Kay. I grew up in Kōrero and I got involved in climate action kind of when I was in high school. So I joined School Strike for Climate near the end. I was very hesitant at first to join because I was one of those people that could never skip school. But then I realised that the state of our climate is very important, and actually one day of school is not going to make the end of the world. I can catch up, and the learnings that will come from being involved in climate action are so huge that it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really true.
Yeah.
Did you leave school or something?
Oh yes, I left high school a couple of years ago, and I started working in the education sector, but also in the library sector. I am studying on the side as well, and involved in a couple of climate projects through the professional association. So yeah.
Yeah, very brave, I just feel scared of leaving if I wanted to make this decision. It's really, that's good on you. What inspired you today to join the Youth Climate Hui? Okay.
I'm involved from an organisation called Gen Z Aotearoa, who is one of the main sponsors of this event. So we've been doing a lot of talking about it and pushing the comms through our channels, and I thought that it was just so important, even though I may not have been directly involved in organising this event, that I showed up to just kind of help show that it matters to people, because although it may not be obvious if only so many people show up to an event, the reputation does get out. We want to show the world as a whole that youth do actually care about what's happening, because you'll see these protests going on at Parliament and the numbers diminish over time because people are getting burnt out. But then it starts to send the message to the community is, okay, so actually only this many people care about it, when there's this giant group of people that care about it. They're just so burnt out they can't be there. So I just feel that it's so important that showing up to events like these.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happens, yeah.
Yes, I agree. And what is the highlight of the workshop and the Hui?
I've got to say the panel speakers so far. We're only about halfway through the Hui at the moment, so I can't speak too much about the workshops that are going on or the speakers we'll get to hear from. But I've got to say one of the questions that came up in the panel was about burnout. And that's something that I have experienced, overcommitting to things, not just in the environmental activism, but also in rainbow activism. You're being pulled up by so many directions at once, and just responding to that is a massive issue. Something that really caught me in that kind of discussion was the idea that burnout sometimes isn't possible to avoid, which is kind of hard to accept, because when we talk about burnout, we're wanting to prevent burnout, of course, and there's so much you can do to prevent burnout, relying on your whānau, kind of perhaps not prioritising some of the things that don't matter as much to you, finding your own peace, learning about your heritage. That's all important, but sometimes there is just so much going on that you do need to accept that burnout is going to happen, and that you may need to step away from a kaupapa you're involved in for a short amount of time to be able to recalibrate your energy and get back into it and give what you want to give to a kaupapa.
Yeah, lovely answer.
Thank you.
We really like to ask this question. Just what is your message to youth, and like in New Zealand especially? What is your message?
Get involved. There is so much on, and people want you to show up to events. Get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. That's very important. And building the network is really important as well. So that's how, for me, I get inspired by taking actions and thinking about it. Even like 2 years ago, I would not know what climate change is.
And it's so easy just getting involved in a small thing. You may think being one person, you're not going to make a difference, but we are all our just one persons. And if we all make a small action, it's going to matter. It's going to make a difference.
Thank you for all your answers.
Thank you.
It's just lovely to talk to you.
It's nice talking to you.